Hey everybody, it's Matt with Mac's Video, and today we are doing the full review of Kill la Kill. Now, I did the first impressions video, and it got a good amount of views. I was actually honestly surprised. The first impressions thing, I thought it was a fun idea, so thought I'd give it a shot. Didn't expect too much from it, but hey, thanks for the views. I appreciate it, guys. Anyway, let's get down to this review. So Kill la Kill is about the character Yuko Matoi, and she's trying to avenge the death of her father. So that brings her to Hinoji Academy, which is a interesting type of high school. Essentially, it's a city run by the student council of the high school. The adult staff essentially don't do a thing. The principal just lets the student council do everything. And the way the city is made up is, well, I guess I should go further into it. So you have the student council, who is run by Lady Satsuki. And she has her Elite Four members, which are, let me make sure I'm pronouncing their names right. It's Ira Gamagori, Nanon, let's see, Hoka, and let's see, and Sanagayama. Yeah, that's it. They have a lot of long names. It's hard to remember all of them. So anyway, so she comes to this academy, and they run it. They're the top rung of the student council. You have other members. I won't go into all of them because that will take me forever and a day. But they're the top ones. The Elite Four are in possession of 3-star Goku uniforms, and the Goku uniforms are uniforms that give the wearer special abilities, and they're tailor-made to them. Literally tailor-made. They have another member of the student council is a master tailor, and he uses life fibers, which are these living fibers that he makes it, and the stars tell you how much of of the suit is made up of life fibers. If you're a 3-star, it's 30% life fiber. 2-star, 20, 10, 1-star, 10, no star, you have none. So yeah, but so they're the strongest. That's the best Goku uniform you can get is a 3-star, and so they run the school. And the city itself, the class system is made up of what type of uniform you possess. If you are a 3-star, you are in the life of ultimate luxury. Everything's peachy for you. Even if you're a 2-star, you're considered upper class. 1-star is you're middle class. You live in a condo, you're chill. If you're no star, you're in the slums. That's where most of the characters that I cared about were no stars. Now, granted, I loved the members of the Elite Four. They were very well-developed characters, especially Gamagori. You have a complete different... I thought he was just going to be the, brute force of the show. He ended that, and that's what I thought when I did my first impressions video, but he ended up being a very likable character. I was surprised, but anyway, your family dynamic in the show is Mako Mankonshok. There we go. And her family kind of adopt Ryoko. And I know I'm saying a little different than other ones, but that's just the way in my head it works. I think it's Ryuko. I don't know. But so she kind of gets adopted into this family, and they care for her. But anyway, let's get back to Ryuko. Okay, so when she gets there, she has half of a scissor blade, which is called the rending scissors. And it's a 2-part sword that comes together to form scissors. And she has one half, and her father's killer has the other half. And so she comes to Hinoji to find the answers of who killed her father. And she believes Satsuki has the answers she needs, so she does it the only way she knows how, and that's to try to beat it out of everybody. Well, she gets her butt handed to her from the get-go, from a 2-star, yeah, from a 2-star student, the head of the boxing club. Well, so she goes back to her father's burnt down mansion, falls to the floor, falls into a giant pile of clothing. Well, in her fall, she cuts herself and she bleeds, and her blood falls onto um, a piece of clothing and it comes alive. It comes alive and it literally forces itself onto her, looking for more blood. And this clothing is the Kamui Senkens, which is translated to mean blood, if I'm correct. Um, well, there's the basis of her abilities now, is this Kamui. And a Kamui is a suit made out of 100% life fibers. Yeah, 100%. If you compare the most powerful Goku uniform, which is 30%, 100%. That's a 70% difference of life fiber. And the more life fibers you have, the more powerful you are. So this thing is made of 100%. And not only that, it's living. It's a living entity. He has his own personality, his own way of thinking. And at first, and also I feel like I should make note, it's in the appearance of a skimpy sailor uniform. Yeah. Well, so she finds out that if she gives her blood to this uniform, it powers up and it makes her a whole lot stronger. So, there you go. Throughout the series, you see the two Sinkens and Ryoko bond, and the closer their bond gets, the more powerful they are together. And so when she goes back to Hinoji Academy, she wipes the floor with the guy that beat her into the ground an episode before. And I'm not going to give too much of the show away. I'm just giving you a base of what the show's about. I said, what I've told you so far is like the first 3 episodes. That's it. That being said, though, don't judge this anime by its cover, because the image everybody gets when they think of this anime is when Ryoko is in full Kamui life fiber synchronization, and the sailor uniform is only covering like 3% of her body, and so everybody assumes this anime is about, you know, sexuality and so forth, so on. No, it has a lot of underlying themes to it of, family dynamics. Later on in the season, because it's only one season, 24 episodes, and I think a movie as well. But like in the first half of it, you're just getting to understand what the Kamwis are, life fibers in general, and in the second half is when everything hits the fan and goes. I won't give anything away about that part because it's a surprise twist as to when you figure out what's going on. So, but the whole thing is, like I said, it has a lot of underlying themes. The family dynamics, class systems, as I told you about how the city is set up, and they have episodes on how people will do anything to better themselves, and how that isn't always the best thing. Well, and also it's a kind of a sexualized anime, but get past that. I mean, I've seen a lot of animes that are, ecchi or whatever you want to call it, that have the best story I've ever seen. So don't let, what you think it is, judge as to if you want to finish it or not. Oh, and also it's a very confusing animation style. I like to talk about the way things are animated when I do these reviews. The animation style is very, for lack of a better term, cartoony. It's very childlike and bright colors and big things and haha, that kind of stuff. But and then it's completely juxtaposed as to, well, there's blood flying everywhere, people dying left and right, just limbs being cut off, and people getting pummeled to death. So yeah, it's confusing like that. But the music, very upbeat music, and I love um, the Kamui theme. That whenever Ryoko activates Sinkits, that song, love it. I love the first opening theme that the show has. Love that to death, and I love the ending to the first part as well. The second half, the second opening and ending, they're good, but not in my opinion as good as the first. But still, the whole music is very pop rocky. So it's upbeat and it fits the anime feel very well. It gives you the energy that you will come to expect out of the show. Every episode is just one thing after another. It's literally 0 to 60 for 24 episodes. And it does a good job of backstory. You get to know all the backstory of all four of the Elite Four. Ryuko's backstory, Lady Lady Satsuki. You get to learn her backstory and why she's driven to do what she's doing. It does a good job of keeping up the action all the time, but at the same time giving you the meat of the story. So it does a good job in that. And I know some of you are thinking, "Wow, you're giving this anime a lot of credit for what it is," and that's my point, is to say that this isn't what you would expect out of it. It's a whole lot different than what you would come to expect. But that's all from me on this one. If you like this review, I'm sure it's different than a lot of reviews for this anime. But if you like it, give me a like. If you want to see more things like this, more things with my crazy opinion tacked onto it, please subscribe. I have content at least 2 times a week. So that's all for me, and I will see you on the next one.